Now, you got to know, Johnny, I'm coming from Chicago. So I really don't know about this HBCU thing. You know what I'm saying? I heard about Fisk and all them, but only way I knew about it, my homeboy went to school with me in Chicago, went to TSU. So I would come down and kick it on homecoming. They would party with Fisk back in the day. Because remember, back in the day, walk up Jefferson Street like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And so can't do it now, right? So when I got a chance to get over there, I walked in the gym. This is what I say, your talents and what you say out of your mouth has got to match. Coach Head says, do you have some time? I said, sure I do. He said, I'll be right back. 15 minutes later, he walks in the gym with 3 of their ball players and gives me a basketball and 2 chairs. And I'm like, what's up with this? He said, well, you said you want to coach. Work these guys out. And man, I said, all right. Took all my stuff, put him on the floor, ran him through some drills off the chair, jumping drills, shooting drills, sprinting drills, you name it. Man, the boys looked, they were wore out, 45 minutes deep. He told me, he said, man, I appreciate you. We'll be in touch. I left the gym. I don't think, Johnny, I was down on Charlotte Pike yet. And he called me and said, hey, man.
5 minutes or less.
Yeah, I was, like 6, 7 minutes away from school. He said, hey, man.
For those of y'all watching.
He said, hey, man.
He wasn't that far away from the school before he got a phone call is what he trying to say.
Yeah, it is like my boys told me that they worked out with people and they play on this team for me at Fisk, but they've never had a workout like that in their life. I'd love for you to come on board and be my assistant coach. And he introduced me to Coach Robert Moore, which is my entire mentor. Coach Moore brought me on with the men. He loved the ideas I had, new blood, new things I was doing, drills and things of that nature. And he pretty much sit down and let me do everything. The only thing he did is when game time, he stood up as the coach, but I ran everything. At that point, Johnny, it was great because it was then giving me my foundation for training guys at the next level. 2 or 3 years deep in the Fisk, our women's basketball program was struggling, and I was asked to move over, help with the women. Now, I wasn't going to do it, but my guy, one of my homeboys, is at the corporate office for the NCAA in Indianapolis. And we were talking, and I said, I got a son that's coming up. How can I, balance the 2 things out? And he said, well, Tony, if you coach college basketball men, and your son gets to high school, you can't touch him because of violations of possible illegal recruiting. I'm like, oh, Rob. He said, is there any way for you to jump on the women's side of the house? I go, yeah. He said, if I were you, I would jump on the women's side of the house, and then the NCAA don't give a damn about what you do. And the rest was history. I jumped over. 2 years later, I ended up putting up the best record at Fisk University behind Teresa Phillips. If anybody know who that is, she ended up going on to be the AD at Tennessee State and became the first African-American woman to coach a Division men's basketball program. And it just went from there, man. And then since that time, I stuck with the women's program and been able to run my boys AAU program, one of the largest ones in the city, for over 2 decades.